Well, welcome to another Coffee with Rob. Another episode of Coffee with Rob, except for the fact that I already finished my coffee and I don't have any with me right now. But we still got something cool to talk about anyhow. We're going to talk about how you solve money problems. And what I'm going to say will not make sense initially, but the more you think about it and the more you study it, the more you're going to realize that it actually does make sense. Here it is. You do not solve money problems with more money. Okay, more money is not the solution to money problems. So that's the statement that will probably make you go, you're losing it, Rob. But here's why this is true. Look at lottery winners, and it's pretty easy to see that maybe the lottery winner was buying lottery tickets because they had money problems. And their hope was that they'd get more money, they'd win the lottery, get more money, and that would solve all their money problems. But if you study the people who have won the lottery, you're going to find that a very high percentage of them have, after winning the lottery, end up going broke or bankrupt and end up having money problems again. So they were having money problems, they got more money, and then they had money problems again. More money didn't solve their money problem, okay? So now look at maybe professional athletes. Person may not have a lot of money, signs a contract with a professional sports team, get a maybe large signing bonus, maybe they make a very significant income as they're playing, they retire, and then a very high percentage of these professional athletes end up struggling for money in retirement. So they were having money problems, got more money, and end up having money problems again. The more you study this, the more you're going to see that those situations are everywhere. Money does not solve money problems. And then maybe another small way to look at this is that if you have rental properties, there's probably a time or two when you've had a tenant who got behind in the rent. And maybe they were short paying you, or maybe they were behind on utility payments, whatever the case might be, but they owed you money. Come tax time, they get a large tax refund check. They use that tax refund check to pay you and get squared. Well, within a month or two after that large refund check, they are back in the situation where they're having money problems again. So money problems, check, money problems. You do not solve money problems with more money. And the reason why this is important is because if you are having money problems, your solution is not more money. Your solution is a system, one or more systems actually, that you can use to create consistent recurring income. That is how you solve money problems. The lottery winner did not have a system to create recurring income. The professional athlete did not have a system to create recurring income, and your tenant obviously does not have a system to create recurring income. You want the ability to take money and turn it into more money. If you're that tenant, and let's say you get a $5,000 refund check, you want the ability to take that $5,000 check and turn it into an annual income of $5,000. That is how you solve money problems. It's a system that provides recurring income. So the key to solving money problems is your ability to pick and utilize one or more money systems that will provide recurring income. Now, for me, there are a couple of things that I look for with regards to money system. The first one is it's simple. I would much rather have a simple system that is not complex, that does not have a ton of different variables in place, because the more complex a system is, the more things that can go wrong, the more challenges and headaches that you can have within that system. I would much rather have a simple system that provides a smaller amount of income than a more complex system that provides a larger amount of income. The next consideration for me is it reliable? If I implement this system, will this system provide me with a reliable result? Because if the result is not reliable, I know myself, I'll probably walk away from it. If I'm not getting a consistent result, I'll lose interest in it, I'll get frustrated, and I'll quit. So I would rather have a system that provides a reliable result than one that does not. The other consideration for me, another really important, is the system a short-term system or is it a long-term system? If it's a short-term system, I probably would want to just pass on it. I'm not interested in something that's only going to work for 6 months or a year or two. I would much rather have a system that I can use for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. Why invest time into something that's only short-term when I can take that time and invest it into something that will provide a long-term result? And then last but not least is probably which system has more margin of safety. I would prefer less risk versus more risk. So I want a simple, reliable system that provides long-term results without a lot of risk. Those are my key criteria in evaluating money systems. Now, the cool part is you could take that criteria and use it as a matrix in evaluating all the different money systems that you're considering for yourself. And look which one provides a simple, consistent, safe, long-term solution. Those are the ones where you should spend your time. That's it for this episode of Coffee with Rob.